With a dreamy, far-off look and her nose stuck in a book. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Teresa. I'm so happy you're here. So for today's video, we are in a new setting. This is my new house. My husband and I are living with his parents right now, and we have our own space. It's been very, very lovely. This is one of my bookshelves. So you can see I decorated it for Christmas, just with the tinsel, and then above are some Christmassy things. I'm hoping to do a Christmas book shelf tour of new place tour in the next few days. So I am back after getting married, well, getting engaged, planning the wedding, and then getting married. If you could like this video, that would really help out my channel, and if you could subscribe, I would love for you to join the family. All 500 of us will be happy to see you. So today I wanted to talk about how it was planning a wedding and going through the wedding while I am chronically ill. Little backstory, 8 years ago I became chronically ill, and it started out episodically, which you can see in another one of my videos that I've talked about, and then in 2017 it ended up starting and not stopping, and still am considered disabled, chronically ill. I have POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia, and chronic fatigue syndrome, and I used a walker to walk around anywhere, which I'm so blessed to not have to use that anymore. And a wheelchair if I needed it, if I was going somewhere that was going to be longer. Anyway, at the time, my fiance and I, when we got engaged, we got engaged at the end of July, and we planned our wedding for November. About 3.5 months to plan it. And there were a few times that I was definitely stressed, but other times I was actually just like really happy and excited, and like there was a lot to do, but my mom was helping me with so much, and then my fiance was helping me with a lot too. My sister offered to help with the calligraphy and the invitations. Actually, I ended up making our own invitations I used Canva, the site that I use for my thumbnails, and it was the best idea because I didn't have to like do detailed of like a DIY homemade one. I could just create this like beautiful invitation and then print them. So that's what we did. The next thing is definitely to have enough time, but not have too much time. I feel like if you're waiting for like 6 months and you have all this stuff to get done, it ends up kind of being like, not mundane, but it ends up being like, okay, when am I getting married? Like, when is this happening? But instead, for me, having those short months and being engaged and then getting married, it was just easier for us because we didn't live together before, and we knew we'd be living together when we get married. So for us, it was like this like excitement of change. So yeah, number 2 would be don't be planning the wedding for like over 7 months. I would say you can do whatever you want, but the longer it is, the more you think, oh, I have time. And then when you get like 2 or 3 months and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to do everything. So instead, I just ended up like doing it in a way where then we could do everything and be ready. Number 3 is you can have a beautiful wedding under a budget. We ended up, I'm not going to say how much we spent because it's private, but we ended up staying under our budget by, I think it was like 1/3 of our budget we stayed under. Just staying under that budget gave us the sense of closure and freedom that we didn't feel like we were like, oh my gosh, we spent so much on this and now we have to spend so much on this. It just like, it didn't make it as stressful if you knew like you were going to have money at the end of this and you weren't going to be like in debt. So the tip. Number 4 would be plan ahead. Pretty much when I went to get my wedding dress, I had a feeling I could get it that day. So I just planned one day to go to one store, just choose the dresses that I actually wanted to try on, not any that were out of my price range, and stayed under my price range. And then had my sister help me put them on. And I knew exactly when I put my dress on, exactly the one that I just dreamed of forever. Absolutely amazing. For that, I would say if you plan ahead, make the appointment, go to the one dress place, another day or a few days later, go to the next dress place. Like, I only had to go to one because I found it on the first day, and I was happy because everyone was there. But you definitely want to plan ahead, because if you don't, or you choose to go like 4 stores in one day, your health and energy is not going to be good. I got dizzy toward the end of that appointment. Number 5 is definitely share your emotions with the people closest to you, your fiance, maybe your parents if you're close to them, and maybe like your best friend. If you bottle this all up and you end up just being like so stressed and so freaked out about this wedding and not telling anyone that you're scared of moving out of your parents' house like I was, or you're scared that the wedding's going to go beautifully and you're going to be sick all day, and like sharing those emotions and being able to cry that situation out really helped us have a therapeutic way to handle what was going on. Through the grace of God, I made it all day, the wedding, all day, crazy amount of energy, danced for 3 hours, talked to everyone I wanted to talk to, took as many photos as I wanted to take. Everything was just honestly so beautiful and perfect. We're still thanking God. Almost everyone made it, just a few people were sick. I think number 6 would be giving the person that wanted to, like my aunt and my mother-in-law wanted to throw the bridal shower, and just giving them free reign and knowing like you can say yes and no when they ask questions, but just giving them the freedom, and they know you can make a very beautiful day. Also, I don't know if this is a 8. We'll do 8 or 6, 7, whatever. I don't know if this is a good thing because I'm not a doctor, but for me, if I drink a little bit of alcohol, I actually have more energy in that time. So like I had a half a glass of wine on the wedding day, and I had a few mimosas on the bridal shower, and I felt great. I think part of it is it makes my anxiety go down, which makes my fight or flight mode go down, which makes me just be able to handle more. Number 9 is give yourself 1 week before the wedding to rest. Don't move anything into your new place. Don't organize anything. Don't clean. Don't work on wedding stuff unless there's something that has to be done. Just give yourself that time to rest. I took, I think, 5 days of resting before that, and that really helped me. And 10, remember that the wedding day is just a day, and the wedding is just a day, and the marriage is a lifetime. And just remember to have fun, listen to your body, and just focus on everyone that loves you, and especially your soon-to-be husband. Then next, I just wanted to do a little recap of the wedding because I just thought it would be fun. Maybe one day I can get my husband in on this and we can talk about it. But the day before, we had our rehearsal dinner, and that went super well. And we gave our little gifts to our bridesmaids and groomsmen. I ended up giving my bridesmaids and mother of the groom and mother of the bride these adorable little boxes. They were like little squares, and they were like pearl colored, and in rose gold they said their name. Tiny little jewelry cases that you can take traveling, which is so cool. It was really cool. I got myself one too. And then the wedding day, we started getting ready. I think hair and makeup came at 8 a.m. or 8:15. I wore my white bride robe, and it was just so fun. I had some people there that just wanted to talk, and spent time with my bridesmaids, and then I got ready and they did my makeup and hair, the people and everything. Oh, another tip, being heartily ill is, for me, because I have POTS, is use a zero gravity chair if you need it. And I used my zero gravity chair for when I did my when the lady did my makeup, because that kept me from getting dizzy and using too much energy. I also had a mimosa. So yeah, we got all ready, thought we were fine, and the videographer and photographer came at 1, and we had to be leaving at like 2, and we didn't leave till like 2:30 or 2:40. I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna be late. I don't want to be late, but we weren't late. And then we got to the bridal suite, and Ricky was in with his men, and I was up with stairs with my girls. And then they asked if we wanted to, we did the first look. That was so fun. Oh my gosh, so exciting. So they knocked on the door and they said, come on out. And so Rick was standing with his back toward me, like this. And then I came up facing forward to him. And I said, hi, babes, while he was turned around. And he was like, hi. And then they said, okay, because the videographer's there. They said, tap him on the shoulder. So I tapped him on the shoulder, and then, sorry, I'm excited. And then as I tapped him on the shoulder, they had him turn. And when he turned and he saw me for the first time, and I saw him for the first time, oh my gosh, I cried like crazy. And he was like almost crying, but he was just so mesmerized by my eyes. He just kept staring at me. And it was just such a cute and sweet moment. Definitely something I would recommend is the first look, because then you get to see your husband, your soon-to-be husband, before you see everyone else, and you're not going to just see him on the aisle. And it was really a special moment. And then we went down, so we took some pictures, and then we went downstairs and took some pictures. And then the wedding coordinator of the place, which was so helpful. If you pick a place that has a wedding coordinator, because that was so helpful. She said, wow, if only all of our couples were this much in love, because she just thought we were so cute. And we took some cute pictures, and we got some really beautiful ones. And then we had to go back up because it was only like 15 minutes till people were arriving. Went and walked to the back, and I held on to my dad to walk me down the aisle, and I really felt like Bella Swan, where you catch your breath and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm actually doing this. I'm about to walk down the aisle. I'm going to be in front of all these people, and I'm getting married. It was like all this stuff happened at once. I started to get pretty nervous and a little bit dizzy, and I just grabbed onto my dad's arm really tight. And he was like, okay, I got you. Although he was crying too. And then he walked me down the aisle, and we had our beautiful ceremony. Unfortunately, we had a plan that we were going to have chairs up there because I needed to sit for the most of the message because of my POTS. But our pastor ended up getting into his message, and I was glancing at the chair and holding Rick's hands, and I was like, and I said, babe, I need to sit. Babe, I need to sit. He's like, oh, okay. So he told our pastor, and he was like, oh, we gotta sit. And then as I went to sit, my sister helped me with the train, and I turned and I got dizzy, and I sat down and was breathing, and I was like, I'm gonna pass out. It was so close. And I breathed through it. I tried to just think calm thoughts. I prayed, and I was able to come out of it and be clear of it. But that was crazy, but also people said, aw. And then we did our personal vows, and I think honestly showing that part of me, which is a big part of me, showed people that that's kind of our reality, me being chronically ill. But yeah, we had a beautiful ceremony, and then then a grand entrance where we danced to some songs. We started out with "Baby, Are You Down, 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 Down," if the sky is falling down. That one. It says, you'll be my one, my only. And we were dancing to it. That was fun. Yeah, and then the reception started, and we ate yummy food. And we stayed at our sweetheart table and went and talked to people and danced, and it was just such a beautiful and magical experience. Literally the best wedding ever in my dreams and mind and everything. Afterwards, we went to our little honeymoon, and we ended up staying at a little like bed and breakfast for 2 days, and then after that we went to by the ocean for 4 days. So that is my wedding recap video / 10 things I think would help you if you are chronically ill and planning a wedding. Remember, you can find magic wherever you look. Sit back and relax. All you need is a book. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next videos. Bye!